How's everybody doing? Well, I've already got on my makeup this morning and I used the Tom Ford, I think it's called Cocoa Mirage, y'all. If I was going to get a Tom Ford palette, that's the one to get. Yeah, it's expensive, I know. So, honestly, there is plenty of other palettes that have those same four colors. The difference is name brand. Packaging's nice, but it's nothing like Charlotte Tilbury, which is to me the best packaging I've ever seen in my life. But it's very, very blendable, and as you can see, it's got great color. It's very pigmented, but it's blendable. It's very, very nice. If you want a Tom Ford palette, I definitely recommend this one. I also bought, how y'all doing? I hope everybody's doing good. I also am going to try this. I put it in my purse downstairs, so I can't say that I've tried it yet, but it's the Revlon Color Stay. Y'all know I'm always looking for a brow pencil that looks good, and this does have a roll up, because I do not want to have to carry around a sharpener. That's the one thing I didn't like about Charlotte Tilbury, and now she came out with, if y'all remember, I got this little pouch with one of her orders, and where is it? Hold on. She did come out with this brow lift, and I like this as well. And it has a brush on one end and a scroll up on the other, so I do like that one. And today I'm going to be using her mascara. Oh, and y'all, guess what else? I finally found at a CVS on the other end of town my Almay eye color eyeliner. It always says for green eyes because it's plum colored, but it's number 004 and it's called Black Raisin. This used to be the plum one. So I bought two of them because this, I know it's not brown, but it's such a dark raisin. It blends in with my hairs really good, and it's so thin, but it's creamy. It's not so big that it makes a real obvious line, but it's not so thin that, you know, like Anastasia Brow Wiz or the It Cosmetics one, they were so tiny nibs that the you would use it up so fast, and they're like $12. So this is cheaper, and it's a little bit bigger, but not too big, so it's perfect. So those are some things I'm going to be trying. That's just part of a haul. But what I'm here to do is do my mascara with you. And I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury eyelash curler, which I do recommend because it's longer this way, and so it's getting all the way from one end to the other really, really well. It's pretty because it's, you know, it's her packaging. It's that rose gold packaging that is so beautiful. And even her mascara matches. And look, it even has, look at this. It even has little eyes on it, legendary lashes. And they look like hers, actually. Was this waterproof is what I cannot remember. It doesn't say on it. It actually smells good too. It smells like something healthy. So anyway, I've already done my liner, and my liner is, that I did a wing with is, hello, I'll show it to you. DHC, why can't I ever think of it? My DHC Liquid Eyeliner EX, and it's the Perfect Pro Makeup. I don't think there's anything better than this, but anyway. Every time I say that, I also tell y'all that I like M Cosmetics one because it is also a tiny little brush. That's the difference, is it's a brush. But it is like a line brush. It is so, 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 so tiny. Just look, when I'm pulling on this a little bit, look how the blended color of Tom Ford. I mean, that is just so pretty. So I'm put this on my lid, which pops your lashes up, and you go ahead and clamp down. And it does it in an L position, and then you let it out just a little bit, about halfway down the lash, and then tip your elbow up and do this back towards the socket so that you're getting more of a C curl than an L curl. I always do an L curl, which makes them go straight up, but then I'll do it again. When I hit my lid, it pops the lashes up. There they go, right up. Clamp down, and that's the L position, which will make them go straight up, and that'll make them look so much longer because they literally, your lid's right here and your lashes are straight up. But then you want to let the curler out a little bit halfway down and make them curl back like that. So that's what I'm doing now, is I'm doing the L, and I don't hold it just a few seconds. I hold it a long time, and then I let it out a little, and then clamp back down and lift my elbow so that it's going back towards the eye socket. And it's just another way, you know, to get your lashes to be straight up so they'll look bigger. And then to look thicker, you have to put on more coats usually, or a thickening type mascara. This curl will hold if and only if you have waterproof mascara. I don't care what anybody says about water resistant, it doesn't work. I will say that this particular mascara is kind of gel-like, and so it really does do a good job of getting, when you tip it out like I always do, it gets all the hairs really good. It's very brushy. There's lots and lots of brushes on this brush wand. So it's not a thin brush, it's very thick. And so all your lashes are going to pass through somewhere. This is what's making me think it's probably not waterproof though, is these don't appear to be freezing in place. And that's the good thing about waterproof, is because it dries quicker. I will say though, this is really getting every single lash. Every lash. Now whether or not they'll stay curled up, we don't know. It doesn't look like it. It looks a little too relaxed. Which, the bad thing about that is yes, you'll have every lash coated, and you may notice that if you look from the side, but looking straight on, it's not going to be straight up. You know what I mean? Okay, so I'm tipping out the ends like I always tell you. I'll use the tip of the brush and tip the ends of your lashes. That's to make sure that you don't have any little tip ends that didn't get color. Then you can use the tip end to get this little crux over here too. Then come through. And it comes right back out to the tip ends to make sure that you've got good coverage all the way from the root to the end. There. Here we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. So that's one coat. It does a great job, I have to tell you, of getting every lash. I still don't feel like it froze my lashes in place, and therefore all that curling that I did was for nothing. But we'll see. Maybe it takes more than one coat, so I'm going to tip it out again just to make sure we've got good coverage, and also a little buildup of mascara so they'll look a little thicker. And we're going to go really slow on the pull. And that also, when you slowly pull it, it kind of pushes them back, which makes them come up. Up. No, this isn't waterproof. I can tell. Just because it's not holding the curl. Why does that matter? To some of you it doesn't, because you have longer lashes, or your lashes all go in one direction, so this would be awesome for you. This mascara is really awesome. Just a little gloopy. I'm trying to rake off some. There we go. You just gotta use the tip to rake off any excess if you feel like you got too much. Here you go. So that's 2 coats. And I really feel like that's all. If I did 3 coats, it would just be coat on coat on coat, just too much. Because I feel like I've got the coverage now, I just don't have the hold. And that's because it's not, I can tell it's not waterproof. So it's not awful. Especially if you don't need, y'all got to remember, my lashes grow down a little bit, just a little bit. Remember to always point the ones on the inner towards your nose. And I'm going to tip this out again. I'll say again, I'm not sure I ever tipped it out. There we go. So I have company, so I'll have to let y'all go, but this is the end look. I think it's good enough. Anyway, love you guys, and I'll talk to you again soon.